Okay, so I've been trying something new this week, and that is revisiting the charity shops around my area. And so I've done two little trips, not major stuff. Normally, I would like to go to 2 or 3 towns if I'm doing some sourcing. But on Monday, after List 5 Live, I did go down Wallington, which is walkable distance from me, and I checked out three charity shops. It was a British Heart Foundation, an Oxfam, and there's an Emmaus, which is more bric-a-brac type stuff. So I thought I'd have a good look around all of them. I also popped into a little bric-a-brac store, which is run by a guy who does house clearance. And I picked one thing up there, so I'll tell you about that in a bit. But three charity shops, it probably took about over an hour out of my day, and I got two items, and they're here. And they're not that brilliant. It was two £6 shirts by Hawes and Curtis of Germain Street. It really was not much available. So I'm going through it thinking someone's already been panning for gold here, probably the back room, and all the good stuff is not here. Couldn't see anything that I would even think about doing or think about buying. And they were kind of quite desperate ones. They were from the British Heart Foundation. And I thought, well, I've got to get something, and maybe I shouldn't. I mean, the worst thing you can do is buy a bad buy. So, but I got those. And when I took them to the till, the lady did say, "Oh, is this a good brand?" And it kind of riled me a bit because I thought, are you fishing for information here? And I just said, I don't know. I just like the colour. Of course I do. I got them back, stuck them straight on eBay. I was thinking, look, if I make any money, at least, it's worth it to some extent. One has sold. So I put them on for $14.99, so £6 to $14.99 with postage on top. It's gone on offer for $12.99. So take off fees, that probably sold it for a tenner, maybe made £3 or £4. So not great start. Yesterday, I was visiting the folks, and I went down to Cheam, which again has never been that great. And when I used to go around there were 4 charity shops, and 2 of them are closed. So there's no longer a Cats Protection League, which could have been good. And no longer a Red Cross, I think there used to be there, or a Salvation Army, something like that. And that wasn't there. So I had a cancer research and another one. And I've got some footage of these charity shops I've been in. So I'll stick that at the end. The second one I went to in Cheam, they had some really, really expensive leather jackets, like 60, 70 quid. So again, it was a lot of dross, which I wasn't that interested in. No gems. Apart from the ones which they priced at a huge price. I will look up, I haven't researched what I saw there yet, so I will look at that to see if it's worth doing. And then I went on to Ewell East, and again, when I went there last time, there were 2 charity shops, and then there was only one this time. Didn't find anything. So yesterday was a bit of a blast, really, in terms of getting absolutely nothing. So what can you do? One thing I have been doing is changing my photo setup. So I'm flat laying, and I was thinking I need I was thinking of buying like a wooden board, but I've just used my 2 tables, these are my packing tables. They've got the different the legs. You can vary the height of them. So I've dropped. This is 2 tables. I should show you here. And all I've put on it is a curtain. It's a curtain I've had for probably about 2 years that I've been meaning to sell but never got around to it. So I put it on here, gave it a bit of an iron. There's still a few creases in there. It could be better, but I just really wanted to list some clothes, some of the stuff I had on Monday and a few other bits and bobs, and see how those go. So it's been a bit of a slow start on the clothes, really. I've still been listing like some of my normal electronic stuff, but I'm hoping the sourcing gets a bit better, because the key to this is being able to get stuff in. I'm prepared to sort of go around and drive around a bit, but it is that time waste which is a concern. So I'm going to try a few other local places where I used to be more successful. I'm hoping it's a bit better than the 2 days I've had already.
I'll do a voiceover for the charity section. You can see how bad it is, but yeah, voiceover because I don't want to get a copyright strike with Kenny Loggins singing Footloose. There's a nice polo Ralph Lauren. Again, I think it was overpriced. It was 7 or 8 quid. A few cycle tops there. Hugo Boss again. I can't really see. I think it's $7.99, which for a t-shirt I think is a little bit much. This was priced at £20, and not even a genuine football top. I don't think it's just a kind of Coventry City as well. So not brilliant all round really. This is one of the bric-a-brac shop I was talking about. Nice welcoming St George's flag there for anybody who wants to step in. Alright. There's a lot of stuff in here that will catch your eye. That jukebox caught my eye, but I don't have the room for that. Wouldn't want to package that up. So I bought one thing in here, and it was a Scrabble Deluxe. And all the O's were missing out of it, which is a little bit bizarre, but there you go. Candy around or not?
No. Yeah, I glimpsed it, mate.
Oh, is he? Yeah, how much that is?
He was asking a tenner on it.
Was he? Oh, bloody hell. You do a £5 on it? Yeah. Get it gone. Master Haggler. This I thought was quite nice. Big plate or shallow bowl. Barker and Russell. But I don't know if it would get the money. Reminds, walking around here, I think Faye and Simon would love this area. It's full of bric-a-brac and stuff. But there's a lot of glasses, and you know, just sort of, you know, if you're kitting out a house or something, or student house, might be okay, but nothing that brilliant for reselling. These sets of cup and saucer, coffee cup and saucer, priced individually, which I thought was a little strange. I think they were like £2.50 for a cup and saucer. You think you want to get it gone. The F&M basket, I might pick that up if it's between £5 and £10, but it was 20 quid, so a little bit much. I think this is down in Cheam now, and again I was concentrating on looking at coats or sort of jumpers, fleecy tops, stuff like that, all in men's as well. Nothing is jumping out at me. Do let me know if you spot anything that you think would be worth. There's a couple of bits I think I missed, which I will point out in a minute. This is a guitar World Cup top. I think it was £9.50. I don't think it would get that on eBay. And this was the pricey one I mentioned at the start. So it's a long leather coat by Hugo Boss. Priced at $69.99. I still haven't researched it. I should go away and research it. It could be worth, you know, double that. It could be worth 100, 150. I really don't know. It looked like a nice coat. This rack had, I think, 3 or 4 leather jackets on. This is a super dry one. I think this was priced at 40 from memory. I'm really wary of a bad buy, so when the prices are this high I'm even more wary. I've got to know what I'm buying if I'm forking out 70 quid on a Hugo Boss leather jacket, and I've got to know that I'm going to get like at least double that, I would have thought. This is a pair of red Converse, they're flats. I think they were priced at 20 quid, so I think you would struggle to get that on eBay. They were in quite good condition, but still did need a little clean. But they're not high tops, they're not platform, you know, nothing incredible about them. I do take my hat off to anyone who films in charity shops. You know, there's a lot of footage that I didn't use because I was filming my left arm or the inside of my coat. It's not easy. I think we're down in New Orleans now, and it's just the one charity shop down here. A couple of quilted jackets, which are quite nice. I think they were on for about 12 quid, something like that. Land's End. I think Land's End is not great, but might be worth it if it's a decent enough jacket.
Valid student ID required.
That Musto jacket I should have looked at. I think Musto is not a bad one to be looking at. I've been desperately trying to gen up on labels and brands over the last couple of days. There are about 3 or 4 pairs of shoes there, nothing incredible. This is today.
Morning.
Man U scarf down in South London. Peter Storm jacket, I don't think that's worth a hell of a lot. I wear Peter Storm jackets, and that would be because they're cheap. Inside of my jacket there, I don't think it's a Peter Storm. And I'll give a cursory look at the 3-piece suits. I've never sold a 3-piece suit, so I really do not know what I'm looking at, or a suit. Don't really know what I'm looking at. It's something I would like to get a little bit better at. Make it a goal to sell one suit this year. This Ministry of Sound top caught my eye. I thought that might be worth something, but I did research it when I was in the shop. It's only worth maybe a tenner. That I bought, that polo. That was £5.50, you'll see it at the end. I'll probably put it on for maybe 15 to 20. I'll do a bit of research on it. I don't know why I paused at that ASOS t-shirt. It looks like a fat face. Again, fat face. Might be worth getting if it's cheap enough. That t-shirt, it had the 5 boroughs written on it, and I did think it could be a Beastie Boys t-shirt when I was reviewing the video, because I know they had an album called the 5 boroughs. And this one I had in my hand for a long time. It's a Stranger Things t-shirt, not in great condition actually on the sleeves, very kind of white bobbly thing going on there, but it was by Pull and Bear, and when I was selling clothes before, I think I sold a couple of Pull and Bear bits. I don't think it was that great, but it was only £3.50, so I thought, oh, you know, if I could get 15 on this, it might be worth it. That's quite a good design. But I looked it up in the shop, and you know, lucky to get a tenner really. Spider. I think if that had been a jacket, I might have got it. Again, I think it was just the pricing on these items that put me off. I think that Ralph Lauren was maybe 7 quid. The Spider, I mean, these are just short sleeve polo shirts, and they're about 6-7 quid. But like I say, I may well have left stuff on the shelf. This was getting back into it and just getting a feel for it. trespass coat there. I didn't actually spot that. That was trespass. That could have been good. It's funny reviewing it. You sort of see things you didn't see in the shop. Karen Millen coat, it was £30. I researched it, it's probably about £30 for a used Karen Millen sort of quilted coat. Wasn't down or anything like that. I think that was Aquascusum, TM Lewis, M&S, Primark, Aquascusum again. Gap. Well, maybe you should have looked at. I didn't think even about looking that up. Let me know if you think Gap is good. And there's another Musto. I wish I'd maybe considered those two Mustos a bit more. The one coming up at the end, the yellow one, I just thought was very, very interesting. It's like a fisherman's coat, you know, one of those big yellow things. You should have a hat with it as well and a bucket of fish. North Face sweatshirt for 30 quid, hooded sweaty. It's crazy. But I do, so I'm disgusted at that, that's why I filmed it. But I've got the 4 PS Vita games in my hand. They were £2 each, bargain of the day really. This Carhartt in the window is new with tags, but it was £130. So, you know, if you're looking for a new with tags Carhartt that's going to fit you, there it is.
So I've just got back from the last of my charity shop trips this week. I was out Monday, Wednesday and Friday in 3 different areas. In future I might hit a few areas in one go. And it wasn't that great, as you saw at the start of the video. My first trip I didn't get too much, first and second trips. Today I did 6 charity shops. So quite a charity shop heavy town. But the only clothes I got 2 items of clothes. So the first one was a £6, how much was it? £5.50. And it is a Polo Ralph Lauren shirt. It didn't have the Polo label on it, so I was a little bit worried, is it genuine? It didn't have any Polo on the buttons, but it has got that. So £5.50, I thought we'll have a go on that. Might double my money if I'm lucky. A lot of this is really getting the familiarity back of going in, and my brand knowledge isn't great. That needs to be sharpened up. I did spot a sea salt, which, you know, I do know is good from back in the day. I was trying to concentrate on men's clothing, you know, just jackets, fleeces, tops, stuff like that, going through the shirts, but a lot of dross. Anyway, I got myself a skirt. Well, I got myself, what is it, a skirt or a dress? So it's a kind of, I think it's called like a maxi, I don't know, I'll have to ask Liz. But it's a sea salt, £6.50, not particularly great. There were some items, I filmed one that was in the window. It was like, I've forgotten the brand now, but they wanted like 130 quid for it. So, yes, clothes. If you do source clothes, if you do sell clothes, let me know how you feel. It really reminded me of why I stopped charity shopping. You have that excitement and anticipation of going. But as soon as you hit maybe 5 or 6 charity shops and you're getting very little and you're seeing the lie of the land, despondency creeps in. But you mustn't let it. You must persevere. One thing I did find, which wasn't clothing, was 4 PS Vita games. They did have a 5th one, but it was Lego Movie and the inlay was missing, which isn't worth that much money. These will be worth, some are worth 10, 15, one of them might be worth 20. So there we go. That's more my bag. Trouble is, that sort of stuff is falling on the floor. That sort of stuff is not readily available. I also, the other day on Monday, I got a Scrabble Deluxe but all the O's were missing. I can't remember if I told you that or not. So let me know how you go about, if you're a clothes shopper, how you find it. Do you get into a groove? Do you know the little places? I mean, I know the better places, and today was supposed to be a better place, but it didn't really pan out like that. I feel the knowledge will grow, the brand knowledge will grow, and I'll be looking out for stuff over the boot fair season as well. I'm looking forward to it, looking forward to changing it up and see how it goes. Reselling is flexible, so why not try a few different things or go back to things you used to do. Hope you enjoyed the video. Do give it a thumbs up if you did, and tell the world to watch the channel.